and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for January the 6th through January the 12th. And what a celestial sky we have this week. Wow. Major. But I'll get into that in the astrology report. Right now we're on the intro and I want to thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. And I hope that you enjoy these readings and that you will return. These are general readings and they're for the collective. So take what resonates, leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, click on this link, which will take you to my website and you can see what readings I offer. I live to give readings, guys. Now, this is for your sun, moon and rising. Don't forget that there will be skip times for the intro, the astrology report, and the tarot card reading if you are checking out your sun, moon, and rising. All the other links and everything will be in the show more section below. So you can always check below in the description box and click on any of the links in there. You know, if you want to look at the other readings, or it takes me a minute sometimes to get the links up, you know, but once everything's up, then I put the links up. Please help me by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing if you haven't already. And now, without further ado, let's go to the astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology report section of your reading. And first, I just can't go without mentioning and putting my heart out there for Australia and all those fires. And, you know, I can't spend too much time on that because I get very emotional, but I'm praying for them. And I just, if anyone's watching from Australia, my God, my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry. And maybe this is what I don't want to say this is what we need, to take this. Maybe governments around the world will hear this and take some action and towards climate control and perhaps people will stop denying that there's a climate crisis. Anyway, I have to move on from that. I get very emotional with that. It's very, very sad. All the animals and anyway. The year 2020 will not be easy. If you are one of my Patreons or one of my patrons, you can check out my Patreon page, guys. I am going to do a yearly forecast for those for those patrons by sign, and I'm working on that. And it is challenging. For most of us, will be affected, especially those in cardinal signs. Cancer. Excuse me. Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, and Aries. We will be most affected by this huge astrological event coming up. But let me go on to Thursday, January the 10th, the full moon lunar eclipse in Cancer, 20 degrees. At 2:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Full moons, as most of you know, is when the moon is opposite the sun, and it's actually the sun is lighting up the moon. It's full on. It's exactly opposite, right? So their energies are melding, right? They're almost married, if you will, because, it's kind of a seesaw effect. But not only is the moon opposite the sun at this time, it's also opposite Mercury, Pluto, and Saturn, and the South Node. So I can't help but mention in Capricorn, there's Jupiter, the Sun, Mercury, the South Node, Pluto, and Saturn. And 2 centaurs are also in there. And there's never been that many planets in Capricorn. I think it's been 735 years, according to Pam Gregory. It's 735 years. I haven't checked it in the ephemeris, but I believe her because she does a lot of research. And she does mundane, which is all about, government and the world. I do more personal, so I do appreciate her knowledge on that. Okay, so this is the okay, so the moon in Cancer is going to be all about kind of family, relationships. It's emotional. It's about home. And Capricorn, which is opposite, is all about the government and kind of authority, and really about career and work and things like that. So it's about that balance. It's about those opposing energies. And this, look, full moons are about releasing, letting go, right? Ending, culminations. And eclipses are even more about that. So eclipses can kind of bring something to the forefront that's like secrets are revealed, things, realizations are coming into play, and this is about clearing things out. It's about trimming the fat, streamlining. What do you need as opposed to what do you want? It's really about streamlining. It's about not having more than you need. That's what it's about. It's clearing things out. It is organizing. It is getting rid of sometimes people, places, things, whatever isn't serving you anymore, or that, doesn't align with you anymore, because we outgrow friendships and relationships sometimes. Sometimes we stay in them well past their expiration date, and we need to kind of look at that. Things may come to a head where we'll see that, and we'll see that we need to move on. It's those of us who are more self-aware and want to grow and move forward in this on this journey, we'll see what we need to let go of. So change is inevitable. This is about change. Neptune is it's in a trine to the eclipse. Our intuition and psychic abilities are heightened, and our sensitivity to other people's energies are also heightened. We may, we can feel their moods, we can feel their energies. And, if you're surrounded by toxic people, that's toxic. It's going to affect you personally. So you want to, surround yourself or protect yourself and not get too tuned in. If you find yourself tuning into somebody who's like raging or depressed or in a terrible mood, don't take it personally. Retreat from their energy. So a lot of emotions can be brought up. It's a very emotional time. Well, some of us are feeling it now. Also, on Thursday, January the 10th, Uranus stations direct. Now, it has been retrograde since August the 12th, 2019. So that's 5 months. And it will station direct. Now, it's been slowing down. Now, this Uranus is the planet of electrifying sudden changes and happenings. Uranus rules electricity. It's like lightning and thunder. And it's the higher octave of Mercury. It's about fast thinking, sudden happenings. And as it slows down to go direct, its symbolism amplifies. So, electronics could go awry. I've been having that. I mean, I've had a lot of technical issues the last week or so. So I know that this has been happening to me. So that will bring an element of the unknown into the mix on Thursday as well, and actually before and after. They say eclipses last up until 6 months, but so look, this brings me to our huge astrological event that astrologers have been talking about for years. That is Saturn conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. Now, as I mentioned before, we have Jupiter, the Sun, the South Node, Mercury, Pluto, and Saturn all in Capricorn, plus 2 centaurs, Plutos and Chariklo. But I'm not going to get into them. That's a whole other video. But anyway, there's not been that many planets in Capricorn for 735 years. It's a long time. This is huge. It's massive. There's massive change. People who will be affected by this are those in cardinal signs particularly, and that is Aries, Cancer, Libra, and of course Capricorn, where it's all happening. So they are the ones who are most affected by this. But of course, depending on where your planets are, so many of us are. This is because it's all in Capricorn, it's global too. We're already seeing changes happening. We're already seeing politics and catastrophes happen around the world, because Saturn is about rules and regulations and the old order, right? He's like the father figure. And Pluto is about breaking the old systems down so that new systems can replace. So it's about destruction, it's death and rebirth, right? Well, the destruction part is kind of, it's stressful for us. And we're seeing that in Australia. We're seeing it, Iran, number 2 guy being taken out. I mean, and things are definitely going to progress exponentially. Look, I can't help it. It's kind of a pessimistic view, but when I look at the astrology, it is disturbing, to say the least. The good thing is, though, that yes, there's destruction, yes, but what will come out of this is a new world order. Things will change. I mean, irrevocably change. And I think after the beginning of 2021, it's kind of peaceful for a while. But I'm not going to go into that. This is a very deep and very intense time, and time will tell as to how this will play out. Many of you are already feeling this change and transformation, and things are coming up. Pluto brings stuff up from the dark, out of the darkness into the light to be addressed. Secrets come out. Governments, we've already been seeing that. You see, we feel this before and we'll be feeling it for the whole of 2020, not to mention other things that are going on later in the year. So what I will say, yes, all these old structures and paradigms will be restructured. They'll be brought down. And, I mean, I'm going into this in a lot more depth on my Patreon page. I'm going to be creating videos for the year for the signs. So I am currently working on those and I've been studying this for a while, and I've been really looking at what's going on for each sign and how they are affected. But I will say this in general, this is all like outward energy, because in Capricorn it's all yang energy, it's male energy, it's going out, it's explosive. And that's the same with Uranus. It's been in retrograde, so it's kind of within and going, when a planet goes retrograde, it kind of goes in, right? So we need to bring the yin energy out, and the way to do the yin, the way to balance this with yin energy is to go within. Going within, we can quieten our mind. We don't have to be frightened. When we are at peace within, then we experience peace without, and we can hear ideas and solutions to what we think is our problems are. We need to be bigger than our problems, is what we need to be. And we can do that by going inside. So meditation is so important, and that'll bring us into the yin within, right? The yin within. We need to connect with the divine feminine. We need to be receptive and not pushing out, because this is all pushing out, right? This is all male yang energy. So we need to get in touch with the yin. We need to be the calm within the storm. And we'll get through this, darling. We'll get through this together. Let's go to your tarot card reading, shall we? Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to the tarot card section of your reading for I keep saying December, January the 6th through January the 12th. And guys, I know that this is major changes for you because this huge event is happening in your sign. This is, oh, let me pull that up. Yeah, this is major for you. So yes, let's see what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn to help them get through this. This may be really, well, I really believe it'll be incredible for you. It's just not going to be easy going through it. But on the other side, it will be nirvana, I'm sure of it. This is for Capricorn. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn for the week of January the 6th through the 12th to get through and flourish? 3 cards for Capricorn. There's 2. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. 1 more card. There it is. There's crossover here, guys. Right now, so check out your sun, moon, and rising for more information. And these are your clarifying cards. These are clarifying cards for Capricorn. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn through these clarifying cards for January the 6th through the 12th? Wonderful. Please clarify the case. There it is. Wow. Gosh, so much crossover. You really need to check out those other videos. Please clarify this. Please clarify. Please clarify. There it is. Lovely. And please clarify the king of, there it is. Wow. Okay. Let's go to your cards, Capricorn. Okay. The first card out is the Ace of Wands, clarified by the King of Swords. Then you have the 7 of Wands, clarified by the 10 of Pentacles. And then you have the King of Wands, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. Capricorn, actually it looks pretty good. Your reading's better than most, I'm telling you. So the first card out is the Ace of Wands, and there's there's a change here. So this is a new start. It's kind of a brilliant idea. It's like a spark, right? This can be, Uranus, it can be Mercury coming up with a brilliant idea, creative idea. Definitely it's going to cause a change, because butterflies mean change. But this is a very, what's the word I want to say, fertile wand. And so that's sprouting. So it's a very fruitful idea. So something is definitely coming down the pipe for you. This could be something that you've thought about for a while, or something that just comes in a flash, a brilliant idea. And this clarifying is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is all about justice. This is like Mercury, right, in the Sun conjunct. And you've got this, you've got Saturn here. This is about, look, this is about justice. It's about balance. It's about doing everything by the rules, and don't take any shortcuts. What I'm saying is, this is a brilliant idea. Don't rush at it. Make sure that you put in plan, you start this project or this business or whatever this is, this creative project, with the right structure in place. So no shortcuts. Keep your side of the street clean. Be very honest and very upfront, very ethical when you start this, or this can be an investment. It could be, whatever this is for you, do it the right way. It reminds me of my son buying a car before he got his test, before he'd taken his test. Yes, he got in trouble. Yes, he did. I mean, you know, don't do anything like that. What was he like, I tell you? Thank God he's matured. Okay, so the next card out is the Seven of Wands. And Capricorn, this is about standing up for what you know is right. You are ethical. You know, at your best, you are about the rules. I mean, Saturn rules you. You know, you are going through this turmoil with all these planets. It's a tough time to navigate through these emotions and feelings, and but this is about standing up, going with your heart, standing up for what you know is right. Don't go with the, you know, sometimes we have to stand up even when it's uncomfortable. You know, when we have to get someone's back, the underdog's back. Don't allow anyone to bully anyone. I'm not saying go out there and put yourself in danger, but definitely don't stay back and say nothing. That's just as guilty as the ones that are bullying or whatever this situation is. It can be, you know, it can be you standing up for your rights too. It's like, well, what's clarifying is the Ten of Pentacles, and that's all your needs being met. And it's like money and happy families. It's great, right? So this could be a conflict at work, you know, because this is all about this, you know, the eclipse is all about, right, work and home and balancing. And this is, okay, so I really feel that when you stand up for what you know is right, it's going to make you feel amazing. It's going to be money in the bank, if you know what I mean. It's going to be so rewarding in the end. For something that may feel a little uncomfortable because nobody else agrees with you initially, it's really going to come out well. It's going to turn out really well. You will feel enriched by your courage and your by, you know, doing what's right, doing the right thing for the right reason, standing up and being heard, for sure. And look, you've got the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is all about passion. He's about, you know, he's a brilliant leader. He's great businessman. He's a wonderful husband, father. He's really, you know, he's out there. He's doing everything. He loves to be entertained. But when he comes into a reading, he's a brilliant leader as long as he is spiritually guided. And so this is all about doing the right thing spiritually and ethically, everything. You know, he's sitting pretty. He's got all this. He wants to be entertained. He's sitting back. He can get a little distracted. And what the Knight of Pentacles is clarifying the King of Wands. And what I would say is that it's about focusing, because he focuses and plans. So you really kind of have to have a plan here. And that's what this is too, right? This and this, an idea has to be put, you have to put the plans, the structure in place in order for this to kind of come to fruition. And the king comes in, you know, it's wonderful. You're a great leader. You know, you're a good boss. You're a Capricorn, for God's sake. You know, you're really good at that. But you must be spiritually guided, because sometimes Capricorns, to get what they want, can step over people, use people. Use is your key word, to get to the ends. But you really need to kind of step back and survey the land and see what the best. It's making a strategic move forward, but what's for best for everyone, right? For the whole situation. Don't be rash and just make decisions based on you and what you want and what's good for you alone. You have to take into consideration everyone. And focus on the moment, because this is about focus, right? He can get a bit distracted and get waylaid and influenced somewhat. So the way to be successful is to move forward slowly. It doesn't, sometimes we want things faster than we can get them, but this is methodically moving forward, strategically, and having determination in moving forward, but also really focusing on what's going on around you. And don't make any don't waste your energy. Don't make any moves that would waste your energy and waste your resources. He's not wasting his resources. He's not wasting his energy or his time, or, he's just surveying the land and making a strategic move forward, methodically moving forward. And that's what you're being asked to do, Capricorn. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for staying all the way to the end. I really appreciate that. And I just wanted to let you know that this is a viewer supported channel. So if you could check out my Patreon page and perhaps, donate a one-time donation, or, $1 a month, as little as $1 a month. It's $12 a year. It's not a lot, but I can do a lot with that. And of course, no pressure, just like, share, comment, and subscribe if that's what you can do. I really appreciate that too. And also my videos have advertising on it, and if you could watch the advertisement all the way through, that would be a big help. I get paid for that too. I mean, every little helps. And of course, more than anything, if you can, purchase a reading from me, because that's what I love to do. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here all the way to the end. And don't forget to join my Facebook group so we can hang out there. I love you all. Thank you. Mwah. I'll see you next week.